Hey, beautiful mamas. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Babe Cave. Welcome. I didn't tell you what time I was coming on today because I had no idea what time I might be on. So, welcome to today's live. If you're new, welcome. My name is Farah. I am the creator of the Babe Cave. I am a holistic nutrition for With Us coach, and I help you make momming awesome through easy tips and tricks on how to be healthy, but within mom life, so it fits. Because most of the time we are so overwhelmed and we have no idea how to even make it fit because we have like zero time in our lives to do anything and get anything done. So welcome to our new and hello to our existing members. Welcome. And that's exactly what we're talking about today. Today we are talking about time. Hey Angela, we're talking about time today. And most of us moms really don't think we have, like, we are absolutely certain we don't have any extra time to do fit any other thing. Possibly sometimes we can't even take a shower or go to the bathroom, maybe not even be able to cut our nails. Or you guys, I go about once a year to get a haircut. I'm pretty sure I need to figure out how to just do it on my own. And honestly, I have tried to do it on my own, but it just didn't look good. It was all raggedy, like you could tell I cut my hair. But we don't have a lot of time because we end up feeling that time, even if we did think that, sometimes we end up filling that time with something for someone else, right? Us moms, we are just selfless. We give and give and give to our family, to our kids, to our husband, to our friends and family. And then at the end of the day, we're left with being tired. So your whole day is just, drop off the kids, go to work, laundry, hey Jessica, and then all of a sudden it's bedtime. You're like, how did we get here? For me, especially recently, because of the time has changed. It's getting better right now because school is back in. But for me, it's like, oh my gosh, it's dinner time. I've got to cook dinner. What am I cooking for dinner? I'm the adult. I'm supposed to be adulting, and it's just time just runs away from us. So one of the jobs that I had before coaching here, you guys, I was a dental hygienist. If you guys haven't been following me at all, so those of you that are new, I was a dental hygienist for about 15 years. I was at the VA for most of those years, and for about 2 years I did a mobile dental clinic. So a lot of you are probably, if you have school-age children, you're probably already familiar with that. And I'll talk about that later. So what you do is for our company, I had a company van, and all the supplies and the units were with suction. We had everything, water, everything, gloves, even an x-ray machine. Everything is loaded into the van, and I would drive that van to underserved schools. For those of you who do have school-age children, I just want to do a little FYI because I'm a hygienist and I like telling people about these. Be careful with those companies. I would just rather my kid go to the dentist. That's what I'm going to say about that. But if you need something like that, that's what we did. We drove to a different school every day, and sometimes those schools were 1 to 2.5 hours away. And even towards the end of my time there with the company, I can't remember what it was even called. Was it Big? I don't even remember. And because that was 10 years ago. I got pregnant with my now 10-year-old, and I was just nauseous and sick, and I was making these long drives, and it was just terrible. I felt like it was just such a waste of my time when I could be doing something at home and helping my family in some way, and I just hated it. Until one day I decided that what if I just, to get out of my grumpy mood, what if I just listened to my scriptures while I'm driving? They've got apps, people. It just reads the scriptures for you. It's just like back then, because that was 10 years ago, podcasts really weren't that big of a popular thing. You could listen to books and things like that, but I feel like they just really weren't that popular. I mean, kind of, but not really. And so I listened to the scriptures, and I had that job for a couple of years. And if you are a member of my church, if you're LDS too, you know that's a lot of scriptures, and I finished them all. And I was like, I did something that I had a goal for myself for like most of my life, and I got it done by sitting in my car. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I was super proud of myself. Not that I remembered it all, because I was very tired and sick and pregnant, but I listened to them all, and I felt so good about myself. So I totally get it. Some days as moms, you want to just be blah and scroll on your phone. I totally get it. Yeah, I just wanted to just, scroll. But we can repurpose that lost time, and I call it mom moding it, and mom mode it, and turn it into something that doesn't only feed us, but also fuels us. And I talk about this oftentimes when we're talking about what to eat. When we're eating, we want to eat something that fuels our body, not just feeds a need of having to have my stomach not bother me anymore, and to, or just feeding that sugar high that I need to hurry up and have some energy fast. Because when we fuel our bodies, I'm going on a tangent, but it's an important tangent, then we're going to feel better throughout the day. Anywho, so that is the trick. You don't need extra hours in your day. You just need to reframe the ones that you already have. And I would love to have some conversation about this, ladies. So if you watch this, I would love to know your ideas. I'm going to give you about 10 ideas. But I'd love to know some of the ideas that you have, and some of the things that you've done to mom mode your life, and to be able to multitask. I guess it's kind of multitasking, but I really like the word habit stacking, because you're doing one habit and incorporating it into another habit that you're already doing in life. And this is habit stacking. I think feel like habit stacking is healthier, because we're, like I said earlier, we're trying to fuel our life, not just feed it. We're trying to do things when we're habit stacking that are going to be for our betterment. So self-care, in a way, I guess you could call it. So, for example, listening to a podcast or scriptures while you're driving. Obviously, we just talked about that. If you guys have any good podcasts, my sister is always sending me some, and I love it. Put them down below. You guys, we gotta share these things. Don't keep them to yourself. So you can listen to podcasts while you drive. I love doing that. Do calf raises by brushing your teeth. That's a really good one that I love to do. You guys should be brushing your teeth for at least 2 minutes. So 2 minutes of calf raising, that should be good. You should be sore after that. Take a 10-minute walk after dinner. I love taking walks after dinner. You can take the kids with you, put them on their bikes or skates. We do skates sometimes too. Just go for a walk after dinner instead of sitting on the couch and just vegging out. It's only 10 minutes, and then you can go back home and you could go sit on the couch. Just simple swaps. One of my big, I don't have it with me. I have my husband's. If you want a good idea for Father's Day or anything, I am so tangenty today because I'm tired. So sorry if you're watching this live. We got him a water bottle, and the kids drew pictures on it. Isn't that cute? Anywho, carry your water bottle with you everywhere you go. So that way you can always be sipping on water. If you're at a stoplight, take a sip of water. That could be your cue. Okay, I'm at a stoplight. I have to drink my water. So that way you always have it with you, and then you can have it with you when you're in the carpool or when you're at soccer practice. Just always have your water with you. That's another habit stacking thing too, is to Shelly, she's in our group. She's in another state this week, but when her son has baseball practice, she always goes for a walk around the park and gets her steps in that way. Just incorporating small, simple movement into our day makes huge difference. Doing squats or wall push-ups or calf raises while dinner cooks. 5 deep breaths or gratitude list instead of scrolling. So before you scroll, get into your notes and write 5 things that you're grateful for. Gratitude is huge in keeping our mind on the positive things in our life. And so when you keep yourself accountable, and there's an app that does that too, guys. Oh, it's so cute. It's almost like a group chat for gratitude. Each day, you and your friends put in things that you're grateful for. But it focuses your life, your mind throughout the day on looking for the things that are good and that is happening in your life. I thought that was a really cute idea. Meal prepping. A lot of people avoid meal prepping like the plague because it's just so much work and we don't have enough time. But if you meal prep one thing at a time, instead of all of them, like if you have multiple veggies, just do one veggie. I'm going to do this one veggie and then come back, later when you're doing something else inside the kitchen, and then meal prep the next vegetable or your pasta. Meal prep in sections instead of trying to do it all at once. If this just seems too overwhelming to you, that is the key to all of this, is to breaking things down into small pieces so that they feel manageable, because when we jump in head first, we get overwhelmed and it doesn't work. We'll fail. Swapping 5 minutes of scrolling for a podcast that's healthy. Carpool line. Carpool line is great, you guys. I am like in carpool line forever. My kids, the little ones, they get out at 2:57, and their sister doesn't get out until 3 o'clock. But if you don't get into the line by like 3:10 or so, you're gonna be there for an hour. So I'm only there for a half hour, and so I sit there, and because she gets out at 3:30 something or other, 3:34. So I sit in the carpool line. The carpool line is a great place to journal. I do my Duolingo. If anybody Duolingos, I'll be a friend. I do my Duolingo in the school pickup line. Call a friend. That is a really good time to call and just like chat with somebody you love. My sister and I used to do it all the time. Her and my dad it was every morning, or after, so either before or after work. Connecting with other people, that's huge for us as women. And then trade your scrolling at night for preparing for the next day. Make your to-do list for the next day. You can still scroll, but first hold yourself accountable and do your journaling or getting your to-do list for the next day. It seems so easy, right? You just have to look for ways to mom mode your life. And I'd love to know some ways that you guys are doing it so that we can share it with other moms. So let me know, how are you mom moding your life? What are you doing to be able to habit stack things to make your life more doable, more healthy, so that you could be a stronger and more wonderful you for yourself first, and for your family and everybody else around you. So, and that is exactly what I do inside the Babe Builder program. I'm pretty sure in the featured, if you go up to featured, our challenge week is still up there, but get to it fast because it's going to go bye-bye. It's not my fault. Facebook just deletes them now, so they go away after a month. So go into our featured and you can watch all 5 days. You won't win the $25, but that's okay. You could still get a lot of knowledge for you, and it's what it is it's just a teeny tiny taste of my 90-day Babe Builder program. So if anybody is interested in that program, please let me know. Put Babe down in the comments. But other than that, I would love to know how you guys are mom mooding your life. I love you guys. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Okay, bye.